it's me, Summer, and I am my own camera person during today's show because my daughter is on vacation. So I'm gonna try to keep it as steady as possible. Anyway, I missed last week because I was out of town, and so I'm gonna give you what I think is a very special recipe today. Um, this recipe is my mom's, and when I was a little girl, we were in a class, and I was asked if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, what it would be. And I told them chicken pot pie, and they said, chicken pot pie. And I said, well, my mother's chicken pot pie. Because to me, it's different than I don't like any other chicken pot pie. I only like my mommy's chicken pot pie. So this comes in parts because it takes a little bit of time to make, but I modified my mom's recipe to be just a little bit healthier. Sorry, Mom. And also to be not a lot of work, even though it does take a little bit of time. So this morning I put chicken in the crock pot. So that's the chicken. I put it in with 1 cup of chicken broth. Yes, chicken broth. And I put in a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of garlic and onion pepper, and then, no, garlic and onion powder, and then I put pepper in it. So I did all that this morning, and then I set it for 6 hours so it would cook all day, and then I shredded it. So I've already done that. You can see it's already been shredded. This is very hot. I don't know why I'm touching it. So, okay, so that's all ready. And the next thing I need to do is boil some potatoes. And I am going to tell you that I don't ever peel my potatoes before I put it in the water. I wash my potatoes like this with skin on, and then I am going to cut them into fourths. And then I'm going to put them in there, and I am going to boil my potatoes. And I I hate peeling potatoes. So whenever I first learned this trick that you could just peel the skin off the potato, it was like magic to me. So I will be back when my potatoes have been washed and boiled, and I will show you that the skin magically comes off. And then um I do want, and then I will show you what goes in the rest of the chicken. Thank you. Okay, so I've got the potatoes boiling, and you can kind of hear them. So while that's going, and my chicken is cooking, and I hope I can do this one-handed. I have, well, I usually use cream of chicken soup, but my store did not have organic cream of chicken soup, and I'm really picky about that. So I have organic cream of mushroom soup, but you can also use cream of celery, or cream of chicken is what I would normally put in there. So I put that in my chicken, and I'm going to try to shred that up as much as possible, which is hard to do one-handed, so I'll probably do that after I get off. And then the other thing I add is some frozen vegetables, because they're frozen organic vegetables, and it's much easier than buying a bunch of vegetables and cutting them up. So I told you I would do this an easy way, and I am. So I'm going to pour the frozen vegetables in there. And I do this now while the potatoes are cooking because the frozen vegetables will take a little bit of time. And also, I want them to get the flavor of everything that's cooking. I will be adding more spices because now that I've added more things, I will need to add some more spices. And I know I told you before that I'm kind of the spice queen, and I like to pour it all in there. So I am probably going to add about a teaspoon more of each that I told you before. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. And then I will taste it because I want a certain flavor, and you'll taste it as soon as it's right. You'll be like, oh, that's really good. That's it. So you taste it until it's the flavor that you like, and then just keep cooking it in here, and then I'll be back when my potatoes are done. Okay, so as you can see, the potatoes are all done, and the skins have already started to come off of them, and they just peel off really easily. So I will just take them out now. They're cooled down a bit, and I will really just chop them up so they are small. And then I'm going to put them in with my chicken. Ta-da! Okay, so now I have incorporated about 3 gold potatoes into the crock pot, and I'm going to let it sit in here for about 15 minutes or so that the flavors can all mix together. And then we will put it in our pie crust. So right now I have the oven preheating on 350, and I put some coconut oil with some flour in my pie pan, and I use immaculate pie crusts because I don't want to make my own pie crust. I don't have that kind of time because I'm busy. So if you want to make your own pie crust and you have like the best pie crust recipe, then that's fine. So, but if you're like me and you want to do something quick, you can just throw the pie crust into the pan like that, and then we'll be putting it in there in just a few minutes. My husband says he just wants to eat it out of the crock pot, and you can do that too. And then there's no crust. Okay, so I pre-baked my pie crust for about 10 minutes, and then I'm just going to put all of the good stuff into the pie crust. And we don't care if the pie crust is pretty because we're not picky, but you may be more pickier than we are. So you can do that however you like. And once it's filled up, then we're just going to pop it in the oven. Okay, so after about, it can stay in there for about 30-40 minutes. It really just depends on how you want it to look. I like it brown on the top. You're just cooking all the ingredients together, and then look how pretty they are. Now my mom's do look much prettier because she uses a pre-made pie crust that's already in a pan, and I don't like those pie crusts. So I like these pie crusts, and I like them a little softer because I think it gives it a good texture. But you can use what you like I said before. You can modify it however you like. And I'm sorry this video went so fast. I was trying to get it all done. There's, and include everything in it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I will be posting more videos, so subscribe. And if you try this recipe, let me know. And if you don't like it, don't post, because it's my mom's recipe and she'll be very upset. And I don't want my mom to be upset. Bye!